All right, let's just relax. We're gonna do a little stretching. Actually, I've been forgetting to read to you guys the Year of Your Living Yoga, and there have been some really, really good ones. So let's look at today. Let go into your strength. We think that strength is about being able to push something away or holding something back. We have great reserves of strength, which can be used in different ways. So inhale and let go into the strength you already have in Adho Mukha Savasana. So like even in downward dog, that's a lot of strength. And to create an hour with no commitments. So go ahead, relaxing on your back. You can either have your knees supported by some blocks. You can have your legs crossed or feet together. It's up to you in Baddha Konasana, Supta Baddha Konasana. You can have your bolster supporting your lower back and just exhale all the way back down, reclining. Open up your heart, arms out, palms up. So close those eyes. Settle into your posture. Settling into your breath. Capturing this moment of breathing in slowly through the nostril. Holding at the very, very top. Sip a little bit more air in. Sealing the mouth. Relax the shoulders, keep holding. Exhale out of the mouth, one big puff. From here, focusing on your third eye. From here, looking internally, gazing at your third eye to form an intention for your practice. Whether it be a bit relaxation, letting go of, that's called svayaya, just surrendering. Just surrendering anything that does not serve you. Being kind to yourself. And waking up clean slate for a new day. And practicing compassion, truth, nonviolence. From here, and even non-stealing, that's one of the goals of ahimsas, or of we call it niyamas and yamas. So from here, inhaling all the way to the top of the lungs, sealing your intention with your breath. Hold it at the top. Sip a little bit more air in. Sealing the mouth. Keep holding. And then 2 big puffs out of the mouth. Releasing your intention out to the world, out to the universe. Blink your eyes open. And then rolling off your bolster and removing your blocks out of the way. And then come onto your back. And then from here, inhaling the knees to your heart space, nice and slow, gently. Grabbing the knees, drawing big circles. Massaging that lower back. And then exhale, circle the opposite way. From here, grabbing the knees, rocking side to side like a boiled egg in Vipassana, wind relieving pose. There you can grab your ankles and grab the soles of your feet. You're going to open up those hips. You're going to start rocking left and right like a happy baby. You can start kicking out those legs, one leg, the other leg, both the legs. You can pull the knees into the armpits. Just keep rocking, keep kicking. Open up those glutes. Here you can seal the feet together with your hands in Baddha Konasana. So like a bound angle butterfly pose. Try to pull the heels in close to the groin. Here you can wiggle those knees. Open up those hips. And then releasing that bind, dropping your feet back down onto the mat, feet, heels underneath the glutes. You can grab a block nearby, place it beside your right hip or left hip, and then keeping the chin to the chest, hands down beside the feet. Bring the inhale, hips up to the sky, keeping the chin to the chest, being mindful of the neck, the cervical neck. Grabbing the block, you can place it in the highest, medium, or lowest setting underneath your sacrum. So balancing here on your sacrum, palms facing up, relax the heart, keeping the chin to the chest. Kind of allow your front body to breathe. Here you can extend one leg out toward the corner of your mat or the opposite leg and breathe into your front body. This is a nice mild back bend. Opens up that psoas in your front of your hips. Breathe slowly and gently through the nostrils. Listen for that ujjayi breath, the victorious sound. Little sounds like you're blowing on a mirror behind the throat. You're placing the feet back down onto the mat. We're going to inhale that right knee up, right foot up. Rock and roll your ankles. Wiggle those toes. Balancing on that one left foot. And then exhale, drop that right leg back down. Inhale that left knee, left foot up. Rock and roll, wiggle those toes. Balancing again on that sacrum. And then here, inhaling that right knee up, right leg up, balancing on that sacrum. This is your modified legs up the wall. Anytime you're in this inversion practice where your heart is above your head, it allows that blood to flow to your brain. Get that fresh oxygen. Also, it's great for any mild anxiety or depression. Anytime you feel, just full stress, just do legs up the wall. You can actually use a real wall too. If you don't have a wall, this is a great modification. From here, you can start scissor kicking. Imagine you're swimming under a pond or in a pond, clear blue pond. Here you can V kick, open up those hips. Just balancing on the sacrum here, and then slowly dropping your legs back down onto the mat. You're pressing your feet firmly into the mat. Inhale, hips up high, releasing that block, and then slowly, one vertebra at a time, using your abdominal control. Exhale, slow as molasses. Allowing your spine, one vertebra at a time, back down, tailbone down to the ground. You're keeping the feet flexed. You can windshield wiper the knees, nice and slow. You do it fast and slower is nicer because you get that psoas stretch, your iliopsoas. You're dropping your knees all the way to your left. You can take your left ankle over onto your right thigh, keeping your feet flexed. So this is your nice iliopsoas stretch here. You have your arms out if you like. You move that bottom heel, top heel around until you feel that stretch along your right outer hip. Close your eyes and breathe into your heart. Time you feel that you've been sitting around a lot, driving, this muscle in your legs can get really, really tight. And then when you're ready, inhaling the knees back up, uncrossing, and then exhale, drop your knees over to your right side. Here you can take your right ankle over your left thigh. You can keep your feet flexed. You move your heel around, and your palms are out, relaxing. Breathe across your heart space. Breathe across the chest. Slow down the breath. Taking that time to breathe. And slowly uncrossing your legs, inhaling the knees back in toward your heart, grabbing the knees, rock left and right. And then extend the left leg down, pulling that right knee toward the nipple line, keeping your feet flexed. You can rock and roll the ankles. Coming into Ardha Upasana, half wind relieving pose. Left hand on the belly, breathing here. Exhale, pull that right knee out to the right side. Here, breathe into any tightness in the groin. Any tightness in your hips you might observe in your glutes. Close your eyes. Observe your breath to your belly. And slowly, slowly inhale the knee back into your nipple line and then release that leg. Again, relax here in Shavasana. Feel that mild effect of one knee coming toward your nipple line, getting that full stretch. And then inhale that left knee in toward the nipple line again. Rock and roll wiggle those toes, rock and roll those ankles. And then right hand on the belly. Feel for that belly breath. Imagine standing on that right leg. You're going to feel that stretch in your right thigh. Exhale, pull that left knee out to the left side. Again, breathe into any tightness, any contracted states you might observe. Good job. Inhale that knee back into your heart line. And then here, grabbing both knees, we're going to rock up and down the back of your spine. Give it a good massage, keeping the chin to your chest. And then rolling up into a seated position. I'll do a little neck rolls here. So you can have your hands on the waist or you can relax them on your knees. When you have your hands on the waist, it kind of releases the tension of your neck. So little tiny circles one direction, kind of screwing it in nice small little circles. And then slowing it down, big circles. Kind of allow each little spot of tension to melt away with your breath. And then eventually exhale, chin to the chest when you're ready. Hands on the waist, a little wake up Ayurveda, little nollie. We're going to take your fingers and massage your gut. And then here, pressing into the core, rolling the pelvis, pull the elbows in toward each other, and then let the head drop like a bowling ball. Feel the skin of your back stretch, pressing into the core, and then quickly release. Good job. Pulling the flesh out from the backside. We're going to inhale, arms up to the sky, reaching. Breathing here, you can look up toward the thumbs, relax the throat, and inhale to get a little longer through the fingertips. Exhale, forward fold. Hands out in front to support the spine. Inhale through the crown. Exhale, walk those hands out gingerly. Just inhale at the hinging at the hips. Inhale through the crown to get taller. Exhale, walk those fingers out. Allow the heart to bow down. Breathe into the back slowly. Being mindful, exhale, walk those fingers out. Let them inch out, hinging at the hips. Breathe into the back. Slow down the breath. Inhale, walk the hands all the way to your far left, grabbing the left hand with the right. Breathe into your right lung. Inhaling back toward the center, inhaling, reaching. Exhale, walk the hands all the way to your far right, grabbing with the left hand on your right hand. Breathe into your left armpit. Inhaling back toward the center, inhaling, pressing back up. Good job. Now uncross, cross the opposite way. Gonna pull the flesh just around the sit bones. Hands on the waist. So if you went counterclockwise, try clockwise. If you went clockwise, try counterclockwise with the neck. So just little head rolls, little tiny, tiny circles. Nice little fast circles. If you hear any crunching, kind of just lubricating that top atlas and slowing it down, big circles. So again, the tighter it is, the slower you go. So you're giving oxygen into any tight, sinewy parts of the neck. Since you just woke up, if you've been moving around in bed a lot, you slept on one side too long, your neck's gonna know it. Screwing it, and then eventually exhale, chin to the chest, hands on the waist, and then exhale, pressing firmly into the core, expelling all that gas, and then pulling the elbows in. Let the head drop again like a bowling ball. Spread the skin of the back, and then quickly release. Good job. Inhale, arms up to the sky, reaching, breathing. Look toward the thumbs, relax the throat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, hands out in front. Inhale through the crown. Exhale, walk those fingers out, allowing the heart to bow. And inhale through the crown into the back of your spine. Exhale, walk those fingers out, hinging at the hips. So follow your breath. Listen for that ujjayi breath. And then from here, inhaling to reach, exhale, walk the hands all the way to your far left. Grab that left hand with the right. Breathe into your right lung. Inhaling back toward the center, inhaling, reach. Exhale, walk the hands all the way to your far right. Grabbing that right hand, breathe into your left. Inhaling back toward the center, inhaling, pressing back up. Good job. Inhale, arms up to the sky, reaching. Exhale, dropping to your left hand side, right hand over. So like shooting like a rainbow. Turn the heart up to the sky. Breathe in to reach. Exhale, kind of drop and reach that top hand a little bit more. A little extra stretch here. Grabbing that top hand to the back of the skull. Inhale to lengthen through the crown. Exhale, drop that top elbow down to the left knee. Turning, twisting. You're dropping the hands back down onto the mat or ground, and then exhale, walk the hands out in front. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold again. Inhale, pressing back up. Good job. Inhale, arms up to the sky, reaching, breathing. Exhale, dropping to your right hand side. Exhale, left hand over the ear. So breathing, elongate, turn your heart up to the sky. Breathe in, exhale, go a little deeper, stretching, reaching like a rainbow. And then top hand, grabbing again the back of the skull. Breathe in. Exhale, drop that top elbow toward that right knee, twisting. Get that full stretch of the spine. Dropping both hands on the ground. Inhaling, walking the hands back out in front into a forward fold. Inhale through the crown. Exhale, walk the hands out, bowing down. Inhale, walk the hands back up into a seated position. Good job. Little neck stretch here. Taking that right hand, grabbing the left temple, and rest your left hand on that knee, or you can point it toward the ground. Close those eyes. Get that full stretch of the neck. There you can wrap that bottom, that left hand behind the back. Breathe here. Release anything, any tension that does not serve you. We hold a lot of tension in our neck and shoulders. Carry a lot of weight there like Atlas does, and then releasing, taking that left hand, placing it on your right temple. You can relax your right hand on that right knee. Close those eyes. Observe your breath. You can even drop that hand down to the ground. Feel the difference. Make that mental observation. Being grateful for every muscle you feel. And then wrap that hand behind the back. The fact that you can feel your body, it's a gift. And then releasing everything. Good job. Here we're gonna come, actually, I wanna do yogic turning. So hands on the knees, kind of rolling in front, inhaling back. And then exhaling. You can either inhale, so there's a lot of different methods where people, just like cat-cow, can inhale forward and your spine is crooked. Exhale back to press out the air. Or you can inhale, you can do the opposite, where you're inhaling back here, exhaling forward. So you can play with that. And then rocking and rolling the opposite side. But most importantly, you are breathing and paying attention to your breath. And then from here, dropping the hands back behind, dropping the head back into the trapezius. Here we're going to inhale, lift the hips up. A full sunshine breath into your front body. Exhale, drop the tailbone back down. Uncross the opposite way. Get your hips open. Hands on the knees. We're going to do a little yogic turning again. Open up the hips. Breathing in. And then exhale, circle the opposite way. So hopefully this lubricates those hips. Synovial joints a little. And then when you're ready, coming back to that neutral spine, hands back behind, rock the head back. Inhale, hips up again, breathe into the front body. Exhale, dropping the tailbone down. Now extend those legs out. You can wiggle those toes, kind of windshield wiper the feet. You can pull the flesh out from the back. Inhale, arms up, reach for the stars. Look toward the thumbs and then press your hands up toward the sky, flexing it as if you're carrying a tray of water. So pull the elbows past the ears. Keeping your feet flexed, your hands flexed. This is your downward dog. So feeling the weight of the sky is like Atlas again. They're pulling and using your core, your belly button, and you're sitting on your sit bones, so you're nice and sturdy. Breathing here. Exhale, forward fold here. Grabbing your ankles or your toes. You can use a belt. You can keep your knees bent as well to inhale through the crown. Exhale, forward fold into Paschimottanasana. Pashi pose, western side stretch, where the sun doesn't shine, the backside, and it's a good back stretch. So again, following your breath, inhale through the crown. Exhale, forward fold. You can keep your knees slightly bent since we haven't warmed up the hamstring just yet, but we are stretching our back, nice and gentle. And then slowly, slowly inhaling back up. Now pulling that right foot into the left heel, flexing your front foot, pulling the flesh out from the backside. Inhale, arms up, reach for the stars. Breathing in, exhale, forward fold. You can grab your ankles or big toe, little toe, your pinky. Inhale through the crown in Maha Mudra. This is your great seal. Exhale, forward fold, bending your elbows, taking your forehead toward that knee. And you can even go beyond. You can use a belt and grab your wrist around your foot if you want. Get that full side stretch. You might feel it in your hamstrings too. So breathing in, exhale, forward fold. Go a little deeper. It's a very juicy pose for the back. And then slowly, slowly, when you're ready, you're going to inhale back up, pressing up, taking that left foot out to the side, pulling that right heel in toward the groin, keeping that left feet flexed upward. Pull the flesh out from the backside. I'm going to sit those sit bones. Inhale, arms up to the sky, reaching. Exhale, dropping your left elbow in front of that left knee. Take that top hand over the ear. Again, breathe into your right lung. Inhale, reach. Exhale, go a little deeper. Eventually, your goal is to take that top hand, try to reach toward the feet and turn the heart up, which might be a challenge. But you're going to observe how far you are right now. So in time, you make that observation. And every time you practice, inhaling back up. Now taking that right foot out to this side as well. You can take the corners of your mat. Kind of move my mat around. So pull the flesh out. Keep the feet flexed, pointed up. Inhale, arms up to the sky, reaching. Exhale, hands out in front. Inhale through the crown. Exhale, forward fold, walking the hands out and keep the feet flexed. So inhale through the crown. Exhale, walk the hands out. So just being gentle, mindful, keeping the feet flexed. Breathe in through the spine. Exhale, walk those fingers out inch by inch. Breathe into the back body. Slow down your breath. Keep those toes pointed up. Follow the breath. Inhale through the crown. Exhale, walk those fingers out. Keeping the feet flexed, pointed up. And slowly, slowly pressing back up. Now taking that left heel in to the groin, keeping the right foot flexed up. Inhale, arms up to the sky, reaching. Breathe here. Exhale, drop your right elbow in front of your right knee. Top hand again over the ear. Turn the heart up to the sky. Again, breathe in to reach. Exhale, go a little deeper if you can. So you're getting that full stretch of your side body. Maybe your top hand might reach those toes eventually, but You might notice the difference between left and right side. So again, breathe in to reach. And then keep twisting, look up toward the sky. And slowly, slowly inhaling back up. Good job. Now, take that right foot in front. Feeling that left foot into your right thigh, inner thigh. Pull the flesh out from the back. Inhale, arms up to the sky, reaching. You can even reach and look at the thumbs. Just reach and breathe into the lungs. Exhale, fold. Here you can grab your ankle, big toe, little toe. Inhale through the crown and Mahamudra, the great seal. Exhale, bowing down, bend those elbows, drop your forehead toward that knee. Again, you can even use a belt too. You can grab beyond, grabbing the wrist, so breathing into your side body. Feel the stretch of your legs even. Feeling the juiciness of the stretch of your entire back body. It might be laterally left side of your lungs. That stretch. Take that time to breathe all the way down toward your tailbone. Slowly, slowly. Releasing, inhaling back up. Now gathering your feet together. Pulling the heels in, grabbing those toes, and sit up in the nice tall Baddha Konasana. So you're a little butterfly, you can even flap those ears, flap those knees. Just open up those hips. Inhale through the crown. Exhale, bowing forward again in this Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose or cobbler pose. Breathe into your back. And then exhale, go a little deeper. Find the strength in your breath. Breathe into your back. If you smell a big, deep whiff of your feet and your feet are that close to your nose, you can check out how observant your your senses of your nose is. Is it sensitive? Can you smell your feet? You can't, then maybe your feet are in perfect condition. Great health. And then slowly, slowly inhaling back up. Good job. Now we're going to massage the feet, a little foot reflexology, squishing the big toe, the second and the middle toe, and then ring in the pinky. And just waking it up and then ringing the second knuckle, going back alternately, all the way back to the big toe. And then your big thumbs, massaging the tops of your feet. That would be the lungs. Again, big circles, and then pressing the center where the heart would be, and then either side would be the pancreas and the liver, and activating them. And then down the center, like a spine, all the way down, either side's the kidneys. So giving yourself a little foot reflexology helps open up the feet all the way down the spine. Imagine there's a spine, and then big circles in the GI tract. Center your feet past the ball, so it's like your center, like your fountain of life in Qigong. All the way down the spine, all the way down to the knees, and then the foot of the foot. And then inhaling back up. Now shoving the thumbs into the soles of the feet, wrapping the top of the feet with your hands, and then exhale. Open it up like a book and press your elbows into the inner thighs. And you're going to bow down forward. Try to read the sock lines if you're wearing socks, the fuzz lines, fuzz balls. Otherwise, reading the soles of your feet. See where your soul lines tell you to go. Just be observant. And then slowly inhaling back up. Good job. Now take the feet out a little wider like a diamond. Pull the flesh out of the way. They actually call this diamond pose in yin practice. Or not diamond pose, butterfly pose. There's a modified Baddha Konasana. Inhale, arms up to the sky, reaching. Exhale, dropping down, bowing down, swan diving forward. If your neck allows, you can drop your chin to the chest. You can rock your ears left and right. Now that bowling ball of the head to relax the neck. Breathe into the back, allow the knees to drop. That's a nice back stretch, and then slowly, slowly inhaling back up, crossing at the ankles again, coming onto your hands and knees. And you're gonna drop onto your elbows, drop onto your forearms, and then dropping onto your forehead, pulling the sit bones back. Maybe your hips are right over the knees, and drop onto your chin. You want to go a little deeper in this puppy pose, anahatasana, heart pose. You can even take your hands together, namaste, and pull it behind the skull. You want to get a little armpit stretch. Allow your heart to melt. If you want a little bit more umph, you can always use a block, either of your elbows, to get more deeper into this stretch. Helps release those shoulders, open up the heart. Allow your heart to drop. Breathe into your back. And eventually exhaling, dropping onto your belly button, coming into Sphinx. Spreading those fingers. Elbows might be underneath the armpits. You're shaking your tailbone. Inhaling, lifting through the crown. Releasing those glutes. And then inhale, chin up to the sky. Exhale, dropping the chin to the chest. And rock your ears left and right. Relaxing the neck. Inhaling back to neutral spine. Left arm out in front. Inhale, right arm up to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, weave that right hand underneath the left armpit. Walking the left hand toward the right here. Resting your cheek maybe on the top bicep or the crook of your left arm. Close those eyes. Allow the heart to melt. Breathing into the back, all the way down toward your tailbone. Relax there. Letting those biceps stretch. Putting that little diamond between your shoulders open. They call it the brain point. So in Buddhist and Qigong, it's all related. At TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, they know this stuff. The brain point is right behind the heart. Connection. As the Dalai Lama had said, I think what is his advice to children in the future is his answer is to cultivate both the heart and mind. If you just cultivate one, it kind of doesn't do very much good. You just focus on one. You got to cultivate both. You can have a very bad heart and a brilliant mind, or you can have a bad mind and a brilliant heart. They kind of have to drive together. You're going to wrap your arms around, give yourself a generous hug. Give yourself a pat on the back. Give yourself, because for getting out of bed, you congratulate yourself. And then here, unwinding, resting on your left cheek. Take that left hand toward your left hip, facing your right hand here, resting on your left side body. And you can inhale that right knee toward that right elbow, coming into this crocodile pose, they call it. Or Captain Morgan pose. Just relax. I'm going to open up the hips gently. This is one of my 3 poses I love doing right when my alarm goes off. So just breathe into your back body, connecting with or feeling the texture of your mat, observing the texture. They're breathing all toward their back body, that groundedness and the air quality. That levity and grace, the whole Prithvi, which is earth, and the Vayus, the wind, the 2 opposite of wind, earth, and then you get fire, which is your breath. Now take your left arm out to the side, palm facing down like a bird's wing. So right behind my back. Right hand in front like a push-up hand. We're going to exhale, roll onto your left side body. You can use your right foot like a kickstand in front or behind the extended left leg. Again, opening up those hips, Balancing on your left side body, you can take that right hand and wrap it behind your back into a half bind, squeezing the shoulders. Again, you can also grab a block to pillow your head. So you can always give it a try, find out what is your best adjustment. So it's nice to baby yourself. So breathe into your left shoulder very gently. Allow gravity to invite your body to rotate. Then slowly, slowly exhale right back down onto your belly button, relaxing on your chin and reverse Shavasana. You can relax on your cheek. You can shake your tailbone. Reverse corpse pose. Reverse Shavasana. Here you can bend those knees, you can windshield wiper those heels, massage those thighs. Release the back body. And then dropping the heels back down. You're going to inhale the elbows back under, coming into that Sphinx. You're spreading those fingers. Lift to the crown. Let me hear someone, sorry. Let me mute everyone. There we go. Then go ahead, shake the tailbone. Lift through the crown. And then inhale the chin up to the sky, breathing in. Exhale, dropping the chin to the chest. Rock your ears left and right. And then coming back to neutral spine, right arm across. Inhale, left arm up to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, weave it underneath your right armpit, walking that right hand to the left hand to the right. Here, allow your chin to release onto the crook of your arm. Relax your right cheek on your right bicep if possible. Allow your heart to melt. Breathe into the back body. You're feeling your arms stretch, your biceps might stretch. Triceps might stretch. Close those eyes. Breathe all the way down to the tailbone. Exhaling completely, and then here, wrap your arms around, give yourself a generous hug. A tight squeeze. Self-care goes so far. It's such a long way. And then unwrap, unwinding, facing and dropping onto your right cheek. Right hand beside your right head, facing your left hand, feeling again the texture of the mat. Breathing into your back body. Inhaling that left knee toward that left elbow. Again, breathing into your back. Allow your hips to open. Close those eyes. There you can extend that right hand out to the side, bird's wing, palm facing down. Left hand in front like a push-up hand. And get ready to exhale. Roll to your right side body, using your left foot like a kickstand in front or behind extended right leg. And you can grab a block to pillow your head if you like. And then you can take that left hand behind again to half bind, squeezing the shoulder blades, open up the heart, and try to even clasp the hands back together if you can. It depends on how tight your shoulders can be. All right, use gravity to rewind to where you want to be comfortable. Open up those hips if you want. And then here, eventually exhaling, dropping back down onto your belly button, relaxing in your reverse Shavasana, reverse corpse. Here you can shake your tailbone and wiggle out that back. And then here, resting on your chin, palms underneath, thumbs under, palms underneath the armpits, thumbs near the nipples, squeezing the elbows in toward the rib line. We're going to inhale the chin slightly up in a little baby cobra. So nice low cobra. Here we're going to lift the palms, squeeze those elbows in toward the rib line, and then kind of use your core, your belly button, lift through the crown, and then press the palms gently into the mat, into a medium cobra. Good job. Exhale back down. Here, you're gonna take your arms out in front, lifting. We're gonna zip tie the feet together. We're gonna inhale, lift your chest up, and then lift the heels up. They're zipping up the toes into locust pose. Exhale, hands back into locust part C. So we went from B to C, and then exhale, releasing, resting onto one cheek. Breathe into your back body. Let your shoulders drop. And getting all that shoulder strength to relax. You can swap cheeks again. Again, breathe into the back. Releasing anything that does not serve you. And then here again, resting on your chin, palms underneath. We're going to do upward dog. We're going to either, you can modify, you can have your toes toward the mat, palms underneath the armpits. If you want to modify, you can tuck your toes and keep the knees on the mat the whole time. But here, upward dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. We're going to inhale, lift the chin up, and then press through the palms. Allow the hips to drop, lifting up the knees, engaging the glutes. We're going to press your heart forward and shining your crown up toward the sky. You can even look up toward the sky if your neck allows. But looking forward helps shine your heart forward. Here you can flip over those toes. Every time you roll over the toes, you're activating the toes. Here, we're going to pedal away your heels. Take the full length of the mat in Adho Mukha Savasana. So downward dog. So you went from upward dog to downward dog. So Urdhva is upward. So Urdhva Mukha Savasana to Adho Mukha Savasana. So pedaling away your heels. Spreading those fingers. Make sure your fingers are cupping the ground, but spread those fingers to spread that stress. All the weight. You're looking between the thumbs. You're going to bend both knees. We're going to walk up, skip up, or hop up into a forward fold. Make sure your feet are as wide as the mat. If not, you bend the knees, lay the belly on the lap, grab your elbows. Dropping the forehead toward the ground, your crown to the ground, and sway left and right, ragdolling. Eventually come to stillness. Wrapping the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, keeping the knees bent. You can lay the belly on the lap. You can pull the wrists forward. Shake your head and nod. If you hear any cracking, crunching, you're aligning your spine and your skull. Release the palms. Inhale halfway up. So hands either on your shins or knees. Inhale, engage the core. Breathe into the back. You're actually using your belly button strength. Exhale, forward fold. You're using the spinal strength, the infraspinalis, supraspinalis. Inhaling, hands up to the sky. Hands together. Exhale, hands to the heart. So you're going to lift the toes up. Plant them firmly into the mat. Inhaling through the crown. Rolling the shoulders back. Engage the core, tuck the tailbone. Standing nice and tall in your Tadasana, equal standing pose. Now relax the palms beside the pants line, either palms facing forward or alongside the inseam of the pants. When you shine your palms forward, it opens up the heart. It's up to you, whatever you feel the most relaxed in your little mountain pose, your Tadasana. Ta-da! And feeling that strength, inhale, arms up to the sky, reaching. Tippy toes, lift those heels. Here you're going to dance around on your tippy toes. Exhale, dropping those heels. A little engagement in the calves. Exhale, forward fold. Good job. Inhale, halfway up. Engage the core again. Using your spinal muscles. Breathing here. Exhale, forward fold. Now, hands on the ground. We're going to inhale that left foot back and then drop it down. So you're kind of coming into this runner's lunge, dropping the hips. You're going to seesaw back and forth to open up those hips. You can drop your right knee, your left knee down, and tuck the back toes. See that out of the way. Here you can walk the hands on the inside of the mat, coming into this high lizard. So you can use blocks if you want, and drop the hips, and lift your hands high, inhale through the crown. Breathe into the back. Your exhale, dropping onto your elbows. You can drop your elbows onto blocks or onto the ground, rolling the sole of your right foot. Open up that right hip more. Good job. Again, breathe into your back. You can look over your right shoulder if you want a little bonus point of that leg stretch. You can take your right hand and try to grab that back foot and pull that heel in toward the glutes and drop your hips so it's not so much on your knee. Again, it takes a little practice. You can use those blocks. You can use blankets for your knees, or you can use a strap for that foot. It's optional. Again, this opens up the hips. Good job. Good. Trying's half the battle, they say. G.I. Joe. The things we used to watch as kids, it kind of gets stuck in our head. There you can release that foot. An option here is coming back into that runner's lunge, and then resting your hand on that top knee. And we're going to actually do Prince, what is it called? I already forgot the name. I think it's Prince Harry or something. So your right elbow on top of that right knee, and your hand out like you're holding, again, a platter or a tray of water. And then you're going to grab that back foot and lean forward. So, Prince Henry, I think. I can't remember the pose. It's probably some lord of something pose. And you're kind of dropping forward, opening up the tightness of the hips and the groin. And then release that back foot, dropping your hands back down, pulling back into a runner's lunge. You're tipping the right toes up, inhale through the crown into half splits. So you're pulling the hips back, squaring the hips. Exhale, dropping down the hands to either side. And then inhaling through the crown, exhale, walk those fingers out and pulling the right sit bone back in space. So we're stretching out those tight hamstrings that pull at the lower back. Breathing here. Good job. Runner's lunge or half splits or Ardha Hanumasana. There's so many names for this. Now inhaling back out. Now walking, we're pulling that right leg out to the side. I'm going to face you guys. So we're going to go into Parangasana, gate pose, hands on the hips. So it's square. So you can seal that right foot down. Inhaling that left arm up to the sky, reaching. Exhale, dropping that right hand down to that right ankle, top hand over the ear. So all these lateral stretches help lengthen the torso. Gives you a lot of range of motion. You might be even taller. We're using gravity and stretching. Breathing in. Reaching, exhale, go a little deeper. Take that top hand down toward the ankle, turn the heart up to the sky. Then slowly, slowly inhaling back up, bending both knees. You're going to modify, so your knees can be as wide as the hips, if not wider. You can even use a block to help modify, squeeze the knees together. You can even use it the widest end, but as long as you feel stable and sturdy, so it's up to you. Supporting that lower back, you can either ball up your hand or just kind of press your fingers downward, keeping the chin up, breathing in. We're going to exhale, press the hips forward. So let the head drop back into the trapeze. Breathe into your front body, relax the throat. And then slowly, slowly inhaling up. So that was just a modified version. We're gonna not do too much of that. We're gonna take that left leg out. We're gonna be gentle on that back. We're gonna inhale that right hand up to the sky, breathing here. Exhale, dropping that left hand down toward the ankle, top hand over. Again, turn the heart up to the sky, breathing in. Exhale, go a little deeper. Dropping that hand back a little further down toward the ankle. And breathing slowly back up. Now, you're going to take that foot back out in front. Hands on the hips. That's nice and square. Tipping those toes up, inhale through the crown, exhale, forward fold. Coming back into that runner's lunge. Breathing in through the crown, exhale, walking those fingers out, bowing down over that knee. Pulling that left sit bone back in space. Getting a full stretch of that left hamstring. And follow the breath. Inhale. Through the crown, exhale, walk the hands out. Bowing down. Hopefully you all feel that stretch. Good job, guys. That time breathing here. And then go ahead, bend that front knee. Walk the hands in. And warm up here into this little high lunge, high lizard. You can drop your hips and then inhale through the crown, shine your heart forward. Breathing here, exhale, dropping onto your elbows, coming into that low lizard. You can roll the sole of your left foot, breathe into your back. Slow down the breath. Hopefully this helps open up those hips. You can modify if you need any blocks or blankets. If you want a little extra oomph or a little extra goal challenge here, you'll look over your left shoulder again. You can grab that back foot and pull it toward the glute. Drop your hips. So you roll off that knee. Allowing that entire leg stretch to happen if you want. That's all that's what. Try and stop the battle. Good job. And then here, releasing that foot back down. Hands back underneath. We're going to drop your hands either onto your knee. And then drop your hips. You can let that left elbow onto that knee. We're going to come into King Henry's pose. I was like, hey, Prince Harry. Prince Harry pose. Taking that back hand, grabbing that back foot, lean forward. So you're kind of balancing here. This definitely open up those tightness of the hips. Good job. You're going to release that foot, dropping the hands back down. And then here, drawing that foot back. Whew, coming into all fours. I know we started with one foot and we end up with both. Spreading those palms, engage the core, use that belly button, tuck the tailbone, pull the ears away from the shoulders, engaging the spinal muscles, your infraspinalis, supraspinalis. See how strong your back is. Whew, breathing in, exhale, pressing back down into Balasana. Resting there. You can rest on your forehead. You can have your palms extended out in front. You can have your knees wide apart or knees together. It's up to you. You even use a block for your forehead. And if you want to relax your shoulders, you can place your palms beside the feet. Allow your spine to stretch in Balasana, child's pose. Bala means strength. So within each one of us is a child, always. We're all born children, and you might as well die as a child. We kind of revert back to that childlike state with innocent eyes. So we're always learning every day. Never stop. Again, slowly breathe into the back body. Allow that breath to go all the way down to your tailbone, exhaling fully and slow it down. Increasing each breath with one extra second. Just like a turtle or land turtle, a tortoise, breathing 4 breaths per minute. Humans breathe 12 to 20 per minute, so you're lengthening the breath so you can live as long as a turtle. And untuck and tuck the back toes if they cramp. The reason why they cramp, I had read, is we have intrinsic muscle in our feet that we haven't stretched. So we're getting used to engaging those intrinsic muscles. Again, slow down. It's Since we guppy breathe, we're just breathing into the back body, using the posterior of the 5 lobes. So counting the seconds. 2 to 3 seconds. Is it 3 to 4 or 4 to 5? Can you increase it by 1 extra second? And then can you hold it at the very, very top for a microsecond, micro breath, a retention breath. They call it kumbhaka. Exhaling fully until you're empty, and then can you hold it at the very, very bottom for a little microsecond. Then that way you're actually doing pranayama, breath work. Then placing the palms onto the mat, inhaling, rolling up, sitting onto your heels, coming into hero's pose, virasana or diamond pose, diamante pose. You're dropping the hands back. You're going to drop the head back into the trapezius. Inhale, lift the hips up. Breathe into your front body. We're going to exhale, drop your tailbone back down, coming onto your heels again, coming into that virasana. Right arm in front, left arm over, crossing. You can bind it if you want. If you can't, you can dangle the bottom arm. Inhale, lift the elbows up, breathe into the shoulders. Again, breathe into any tightness you might observe. Exhale, drop your elbows down, drop your forehead toward those thumbs, and then here, rock your ears, left and right. And let the massage of the neck happen. And then releasing, unwinding. Again, now we're gonna come onto your toes, coming off your heels. We're gonna tuck the toes, and then sit back on the heels. Open up those arches. Call it a suffering pose, as if all poses aren't suffering enough, right? Now we're gonna take your right arm, let me think. You're gonna take your left arm in front, right arm over, or you can dangle, or you can wrap and interlace, intertwine like eagle arms. Inhale, lift those elbows up, breathe into your shoulders again. Exhale, drop your elbows, drop your forehead toward the thumbs. Here you can rock your ears left, right. And then unwinding, coming off those toes, give it a gentle massage on the mat. Good job. Now, crossing your ankles, we're gonna come back down onto your back. So engaging the core, grabbing the back of the hamstring, and we're gonna exhale all the way down slowly. Coming onto your back. I'm going to take your right ankle over the left thigh, flexing the feet. You can pull the bottom heel in a little bit more. You can press your right hand on that right knee to open up that right hip. If you feel great here, we're going to inhale, grabbing the back of your left hamstring or that left shin. You can rock left and right like a boiled egg in this figure 4 pose. This is also called Ekapada Rajakapatasana prep pose. This is an amazing pose. I don't know why they don't just name it its own pose instead of a prep pose for getting into one-legged king pigeon. And yeah, rocking left and right. Figure 4. Or you can even take that right arm over the top of the legs if you want a little bit more oomph. And feel it in your glutes. Just rocking left and right, massage the side bodies. It's always nice to move dynamically if you want. Or you can hold still if you like. It's up to you. And then here, dropping the bottom heel down. Again, keeping the feet flexed. We're going to exhale, drop the knees again over to the right and open that psoas. Because I love this pose. It really does open up that tightness of the hips. You're going to again move that right heel, bottom heel around. Arms out open. Close those eyes. Exhale fully. Listen to that victorious sound. Behind the throat, it sounds like the ocean. And then here, inhaling back, toward the center, crossing the legs, cinching it like a lady. You're crossing your legs here. You can even interlace the toes around, wrapping around the ankles if you like. Scooting your hips slightly over to the right. We're going to exhale. Drop the knees over to the left. Just a little spinal twist. You can have your arms out. You can have it like cactus arms. And you're allowing the right IT bands to stretch out fully. And letting gravity do its thing. Following the breath. And then slowly, slowly inhaling back up toward the center, unlacing those legs, those eagle legs. Straighten out the spine. We're going to take your left ankle, flex over your right thigh. You move that bottom heel a little further up. You can press that left hand on that left knee to open up the hips, as if you're sitting on a little squatty potty chair. And then here you can interlace, inhaling, grabbing the back of your right hamstring or the front of your right shin. Here you can keep the feet flexed. You can rock left and right. If you want a little bit more up, you can take that left arm over the entire leg system. And get a little bit more pull toward those knees, toward your heart. An extra stretch of your left glutes. Your hips are opening. You can even forklift the top leg if you want. Got a baby, and you can extend that bottom leg to stretch out those legs more. You can even eventually pull the nose to the toe. Take a deep breath of that big toe. You can rewind to wherever you want, and eventually dropping the bottom heel back down. Keeping that feet flexed. You're going to drop the entire legs over to the left side again. Now open up into that right outer hip, the iliopsoas. The psoas that causes the sore ass. Arms out to the sides. The PSOAS muscle. Yes. When it's really tight from driving or sitting in an office or chair all day, it's not fun to have a really tight muscle like that. So you can move that bottom heel, top heel around. Again, close those eyes. Breathe into your heart space across your chest, all the way up toward your fingertips. And they call that Vayu, I think it's Vyana, Vyana. It radiates from your heart out toward your fingertips, out toward your crown. And there's Udana, another Vayu, which I think it goes from your crown down toward your heart. It's a little different. There's 5 Vayus in Ayurveda. And then there's Apana, which helps pushes out baby, bathroom, business, goes top to bottom. And then there's Prana, which is energy that draws from your feet all the way up to your crown. You move that bottom heel around, top heel around, and then slowly, slowly inhale back toward the center, and then cross those legs like a lady. You can cinch up those feet. You can even eagle legs. Scoot the hips slightly over to the left of the mat. Exhale, drop the knees over to the right gently. Again, you can use blocks to help support the knees if you like. You can uncross until you're comfortable. And ground the left shoulder. Close those eyes. And breathe across the heart space. Slow your breath down. And then slowly, slowly, inhaling back toward the center, unwinding those legs. You're going to pull the knees back into your heart. Rock left and right like a boiled egg. And then come to stillness. So this is your Upasana, wind relieving pose. You're going to squeeze the fists, squeeze those palms. You're going to squeeze your face, squeeze all that, any stress out. We're going to lift your face up toward the palms. Squeeze the entire body or squeeze all that tension out. This is your yoga nugget. We're going to exhale, release everything out. Go ahead, come into that Shavasana. If you want an extra blanket, you can layer up. You can grab your bolster, place it underneath your knees. And then just rest your palms up, and you're welcome to grab your mat to the nearest real estate along the wall or legs up the wall. But you deserve this much needed rest. And close those eyes. Relax the throat, relax those ears. Let the eyeballs drop into those eye sockets. Relax the cheeks. You move your jaw around left and right, and then relax the jaw. Let it slack. Let the palms face up. Relax the shoulders. Relaxing the throat. And then relax across the heart space. Let the heartstrings relax. Your heart, let it drop. Breathe into your lungs as if they were part of the floor. Let your belly drop. Let all those visceral organs drop. Relax the glutes. Tightness in any muscle. Let the soles of your feet roll out. Let your calves get heavy. And your glutes relax. Softening the bones in your body. Integrating every little energy that you have expounded from within your body. 3 trillion intelligent cells in your body. Integrating that subtle body energy of your practice. Lining the spine. Nourishing every cell through these channels up your spine. Breathing in as if you were knowing that you're breathing in. And breathing out as if you were knowing that you're breathing out. Becoming aware of your breath. Slowing down your breath. Patanjali said that when memory is cleansed completely, The mind drops like the ripe fruit in consciousness, shines in its purest form. By this I mean, when memory serves as a spur to perfect present action without taint, then it is acting in its intended form. Cleansed memory is one that does not contain undigested emotions from the unconscious, and that deals with feelings in the present as they arise. Wiggling your fingers and your toes, keeping your eyes closed. When you're ready, you can pull your knees into your heart space and rock your body left and right like a boiled egg, like Easter. A lot of Easter eggs around here. And then when you're ready, you can fall to your favorite side, pillow your face, and take 2 deep breaths. Take your time. Kind of relax, integrating all the things you've done today for your body, for your mind and soul. Feeling that wholeness. Being grateful for this human experience, because we're all spiritual beings. And then when you're ready, and press up into a seated position. Exhaling, arms up to the sky, reaching hands together. Exhale, hands to the heart. Hey, I'm muted, you guys. I see. Yeah, I see Nancy trying to talk.
No, I couldn't even raise my arms up.
All right. Well, enjoy this beautiful day. Oh my, spring has sprung. All my little tiny wildflowers are blooming. I should take pictures. As Sheila knows, I take a lot of pictures.
Hi.
You know, sometimes I even dream. I take pictures in my dream, and I'm so bummed when I don't have them.
You have some great dreams.
Like, it's so real, and I'm like, oh, dang it. And that was just a dream. So namaste. Enjoy this beautiful day.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
Namaste.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.